Welcome back, folks. Right, if you have just joined us, you will know, of course, that over the last, it's been last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, that we built up to the Western Cape Chess Championships. And you'll remember that we had Sherwin Kleinsmith on the show with us. He's, of course, the new Western Cape Chess Champion. And, of course, you all know that over the last couple of years, we focused a lot on chess. Chess, or the sport codes in the Western Cape, that has been fantastic in terms of taking advantage of exposure and talking about their clubs and their champions that are coming through the ranks. Talking about clubs, of course, you'll remember that last year, or was it this year, that we spoke to the clubs that from Elsie's that went to do the garden route and won the club championships. Well, this 7th of October, it was again the Western Cape Club Champions, and they've got new champions. And the president of Western Cape's Manyanani Chess Club, Omar Easu, is on the line with us. Omar, welcome to Sport Federation TV. How are you, Mania?
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. Yes, we are still recovering and quite elated to be the Western Cape champions after playing in the Western Cape Chess Championships this weekend. And yes, it was supposedly to be a tight squeeze because Elsie's River is a good club, Steinitz is a good club, Cape Town Chess Club, you name it, they all came. We had clubs as
Yeah.
far as Mossel Bay because they all wanted to be, the kings of
So
the
walk
of the
me.
actual Western Cape. And
Mm,
lo and behold, our club, Manyanani, who started, humbly 1976 in Hanover Park, under Mr. Lionel van der Horst, of course. I've been just, I was probably grade 7 that time, 1976. And yes, our club has won, has lost, has won, has lost. 2017, we became the African champions. We went down a bit, but 2022, we came back with the force, and to be the champions without one game being lost, I think it says a lot for the club who has done a lot of practice over not the years, to build a club, JP. It's not the easy thing,
yeah,
but to sustain a club,
yeah.
to sustain a club. Oh, 1976 is now 2022,
So,
and we've still got that family chess players, So great stuff for the club, and thanks for having us.
so Omar, I've got to ask you. Was it in this year or at the end of last year? You guys traveled up to Wilderness to the club championships, um,
Yes.
and historically, it seems like, I don't know how historical, but Steinitz has been dominating the club space. And then comes Elsie Rafir and takes the new title. And now we've got Manyanani that takes the title. Are we seeing a sort of a balance out of clubs that are coming through the ranks, getting more equal? I mean, we're really starting to now get to the point where anybody can win it on the day.
Fantastic, exactly that, and that makes the chess arena so exciting, more so in the Western Cape, because a lot of clubs is vying to be, the top club, or you see, you get clubs that have they can have hundreds of players, but in
Yeah,
chess, you just need your few elite players to sort of be the champions, and if all those elite players are available, that makes your club a champion club. So for us, the tournament was held on the on the right weekend when, or the week when our players were available, and everything just clicked in. It's like somebody hitting a six, when the ball is bowled at the right spot and you just whack that ball. So that happened, in the Western Cape Chess Championships. And to honor the players, I'll give you some names so that you can see who's
yeah.
really, the backbone of the Manyanani champions. You've heard about Shabir Bawadin, Dr. Shabir Bawadin.
Yes, we of course
His,
interviewed him.
his,
He was
his
the
son.
club champion just before
Yes,
Sherwin.
so he's
Sherwin took
been
over
playing
from him.
chess forever and a day. Comes from Harold Cressy, in the
Yeah,
70s
yeah,
and the
yeah,
80s. And then you have his son, of course, that it takes years to groom a player. So his son is now amongst the top players. He was our board too. And then, of course, we had Calvin Klaassen. He's sort of bordering on an international master. So a youngster also was prolific in chess, and so he's our board one. And then we also had Warwick Erlang, of course. He came to Western Cape in the 1990s, and he's been a family friend of us from Eastern Cape, and he's been playing for Manyanani. and that's it. So you have your four top players. We have Andrew Bottili. He comes from Stellenbosch. He felt at home at Mandianani. That's about 10 years ago. He was a youngster and is now an adult. So these are the players that did duty for us. We had some players in the B team and the C team. We filled all the teams, and we have youngsters in different sections. So yes, we're not competing to see who's got the most players, but we want to have a contingent
Mm.
that's committed, because you can have a lot of players coming during the youth era, and then you just see them disappearing when they go to universities and they move off. But what we have created is having families, in a club. So our club is basically, although it started in Hanover Park, and Penarty State, it's moved virtually to Rondebosch, moved to Weinberg, moved to Bonte. We all over.
Yeah.
So because of online, we sort of could take players. Wherever you come, you can be part of Manyanani. So that is the spirit. And the word
So
Manyanani means unite. Not united, but I mean unite.
yes. So I've got to ask you, Omar. We're of course starting to ready to run a little bit. In fact, we
Yeah.
should probably keep you on the line for a little bit longer. Um, the the fact that this club goes out takes on some superior challenges. This must mean a lot to the club, to the players, in terms of their spirit, their motivation, and what they take back from it. It's great to put the club name on the map, Manyanani. More people will be looking to join, but the spirit of the club, I mean, that would be a big boost for you guys now, having taken this title.
Most definitely, I think the club is on a high. I mean, we just ended the Western Province League. We lost it by a half point. We beat Steinitz in the Western Province League. That is face to face, in a direct encounter. But match points, they just had, I think, 1 point or so ahead, so they won the league. But then we didn't give up hope. We went into the Western Cape Champions, so now we are a bit on a more higher level. So
And
everybody is quite elated.
how much difference
Yes?
does it make now that you're playing over the board chess again? You know, after 2 or 3 years of very difficult times, you're
Yeah.
playing over the board
No,
chess, and as a team, you're playing together. You got a team gees amongst each other. You're strategizing. You're looking at each other in the eye. There's a physical presence. This the being back over the board must mean a lot for you guys.
fantastic. Online, there might be cheaters at home. I'm not saying some of those other clubs, they've got assistants maybe by the side that you can't see because, yeah, I'm sitting, you don't know if I'm reading a book or not. And the
Yes.
same with kids, they play online, but you don't know who's helping them offline. So, face to face, I think Mania Nane has shown that, yes, we can compete and we're amongst the best. So, yes, JP, I'm actually grateful that you honored our club, but to give the history of the club, it will take a long. We've
Well,
got a book
we can
that's
do a
going to
whole new
come
show
out.
on another whole segment on the history of the club.
Yeah,
But important though, Omar, if somebody out there wants to join the club, if people are watching you now and they're saying Manyanani provincial champions, we've got to get our players because we know that there's so many players out there. They're playing across they're playing online. Some people are playing socially. If they want to join Manyanani now and they want to come and learn from the best in the province, how do they do that?
well, they can contact me on my number. We've also got the Primrose Rugby Club that's linked to Manyanani. We also
Okay.
got the Itiko Running Club and the Omidrai Running Club that's linked to the Manyanani. So the parents leave the kids, with us to train them, and
Yeah.
and while they go for a little run or so. So we mix it up with the running and the rugby clubs so that we have community base,
Wow,
and
that's
Manyanani
fantastic.
is just part of that
Do you
process.
have a Facebook page?
We have a Facebook page. We also have that unique logo, and we were toying of the idea of do we make what color the best color for Manyanani. But like you said,
Oh.
at the moment, we've sort of just felt we're not going to change our colors to Man City. We're keeping the the Manyanani colors. But having said that,
Yeah.
they can contact me, and then
Well, we
also
can. I think we'll send them to your
you
Facebook page.
yeah, and,
You
and and
otherwise you
they
might
will
personally end
they
up
will
getting a
see all the
thousand phone calls.
details. But safe
Omar,
to say,
listen, we're going to leave it at that.
we've got about 30 youngsters that's playing for us at the moment, and we've got about 50 adults. Believe it or not, so a big club, and people come, people go, but we family forever. So thanks for having us, and Yeah, let's hope the club can grow even stronger, especially when it comes to the B, C, and D and E sections. Thanks.
We're looking forward to getting you guys back on the show as soon as possible, find out what's coming next. But otherwise, for now, congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations. Uh, Tell everybody at the club that we say we're looking forward to where they're going to take their next championship.
Yeah, our club just to end, JP. I got this thing here. Our club actually went about, this book, Let's Play Chess.
Yes.
You know, the club played a major part in going around to the different areas in the province to teach teacher assistants. And we had this little booklet by the club. Obviously I put it together, but the main thing was to develop the teacher assistants. So if we teach a teacher at the school, in that way we sort of promote the game, and it was fantastic. We trained about 580 assistant teachers by the beginning of this year.
Right, folks, we are, of course, talking to Omar Easu. He is the president of Manyanani Chess Club. Folks, when we come back from the break, we carry on speaking to Omar and find out a little bit more about their endeavors in the Western Cape with regards to chess education. Don't go away.